way to make your computer run faster without spending any money. Here with today's tech tips is Clifton Poe. Please tell me you have an answer.
I do have an answer.
Okay.
I would recommend some low-carb software and some repeated exercises. No, I'm kidding.
If that works, tell me how to feed my computer.
Exactly. My favorite thing to do is something built in for Windows. You can click on Start and Run and type in nsconfig. And over to the far right is a tab named Startup. You can turn off all that stuff that starts up when your computer comes on the very first time.
Which makes it run
It makes
really
it respond
slow.
much faster.
Okay.
You're not actually increasing the speed of the computer, you're just making it load fewer things when you turn it on, and it seems like it's more responsive and faster.
Now, what about cookies? Does it help if you go in and delete cookies, or does that have anything to do with it?
It does help, but it really only helps your browsing experience.
Okay.
A lot of people confuse filling up your hard drive with slowing your computer down. If there's still enough free space on your hard drive, your computer will continue to respond at the same rate of speed. But the more junk you load on it, the less responsive it is because it has to do more things. So it seems like it's slow, but cleaning the hard drive doesn't necessarily make it faster. It just makes your internet browsing better.
Okay, let's get to our KFDM
Okay.
News Facebook page. Victoria wants to know, how do you know if a pop-up box is a virus?
Just because it's a pop-up doesn't mean it's a virus.
Okay.
Most of your pop-ups are genuine ads or advertisements. But there are some pop-ups that look like they're antivirus, and they're very convincing. A couple of things you look for. If you get a pop-up from an antivirus program that you don't even have installed, you can bet that's bogus. The other thing, a lot of them are really bad in their grammar. If you read closely, you'll see misspellings, or you'll see words missing, and you can tell that that's bogus, so you can avoid that. I would say about 80% of your pop-ups are legitimate. It's that other 20% that will burn you if you're not careful.
Okay, another one. Hi, Cliff. I have the new 28-inch iMac, and it's not reading DVDs. What do I do? Maybe
Nice.
just turn it back in.
Well, if it's new, definitely.
Really?
Well, if it's new, you definitely want to go to your Apple vendor and say,
Okay.
hey, this is new, maybe it's not working. But I can tell you, 95% of the time, I take the DVD out, I turn it around the right way and put it back in. I would say check that first. That really pretty label with the printing faces you on the iMac. If that doesn't do it, then try a different DVD. Make sure it's not a DVD. Lastly, if it's new, definitely take it to the vendor and ask for warranty service.
Okay, and we've had some callers with
Okay.
questions. Why can't I run a particular program on my computer?
Well, that's open-ended. Windows 7 has made a lot of software that used to be popular no longer work. Windows 7 was a major paradigm shift for Microsoft, so a lot of the older programs won't work. That question could be answered a million different ways. If I could see the operating system in the program, I could tell you. I'll say most likely, though, it's a compatibility issue with your operating system.
Okay, and I think we've got time for one more.
Okay.
Why does my computer crash or just freeze, and do I get that blue screen?
That is most likely hardware related. If you get a blue screen, either your memory's bad, maybe your motherboard's bad, you've got a processor going out or something like that. If you can get a screen capture of that blue screen or write that error message down, that blue screen, and type it into Google, you'll get a really good hint as to where to start looking for that.
Perfect. Cliff, as always, we appreciate it, and we'll see you again next month.
That'll be great. Thank you.
Sounds good. Well, coming up next on Live at 5, a story with